Hi everyone, welcome to my video. Thank you for joining me here. Today I'm going to be talking about concealer, and this is a very important topic for a lot of people, especially those with dark circles, which I've struggled with my whole life. They're just hereditary. They're not going to go away. So I started searching YouTube videos when I was probably like 15. That's how I came to this whole YouTube community. Helped me so much. At that time, there weren't many concealers around. Now there's tons of them with full coverage. So if you're like me and you struggle with dark circles on the daily, then just keep watching this video. What we're gonna start with. So if I keep looking down, I have a bunch of notes for myself that I wrote just to make this video flow a little better. So sorry if I keep looking down. I'll try to look at the camera as much as I can. So I have 3 concealers to show all of you today. I still want to try more out. There's a couple that I want to try that I'll let you guys know of, and you guys can let me know if you tried them and let me know what you think, because they could be my new favorite concealer. You never know. I'm always trying them to see if there's something that's more full coverage. Sometimes when I try them, they don't live up to, I've tried a bunch of other ones, they don't live up to the full coverage in these ones that I love. I'm going to start with my least favorite one and go to my most favorite one. At the end of the video will be my top number 1 that I use almost every day. And there is one that's a very inexpensive one, and it's very good, and a lot of people rave about it. And that if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a concealer, and you're just a beginner, or you're not really that into makeup, you just want something to cover your dark circles, it's only $6. You can go to the drugstore, you can get it. The other 2 are a little more expensive, but the drugstore is definitely stepping up, and I would say they have a lot of concealers that are comparable to high-end, so you could always check that out as an option too. So we're gonna get right into it. So the first concealer that I'm going to talk about here is a cult favorite. Everybody, this came out and everybody went crazy over it, and it is the Tarte Shape Tape. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, and everybody loves this concealer. The only thing about it that a lot of people started noticing is that it can be very drying, and you don't want that look under your eyes. You want it to look moisturized. So a lot of people started venturing out and finding other concealers that have more moisturizing factors in them. If you have oily under eyes, this will be perfect because it mattifies it. Actually wrote some things down about it too. So this concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape, it comes in 30 shades and it is $27. Also, it is vegan. If you're vegan and you're looking for that, there you go. Yeah, it's full coverage. It will crease because it has a little bit of a heavy formula, so you do have to set your concealer. I set all of my concealers because they will crease on me. That's just how my eyes are. It always has been. I haven't found anything that doesn't crease. I always have to set it. But yeah, this is, I would say it is full coverage, but it does run around $27, so it is a little bit pricier. Like I said, there's another one that I will be talking about for everybody that doesn't want to go and spend that much money. But it is very full coverage. I would say it's something for an event that you want to go to. Also, if you want to make it more moisturizer, you can mix it in with your moisturizer. You can put a lot of moisturizer or a heavy eye cream under your eye, or a heavy moisturizing cream under your eye, so that you don't have that dryness with it, and that'll definitely help it. So yeah, that's the first one. And the second one that I'm going to talk about is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. A lot of people are talking about the hydrating one right now. I don't know, I just like this one a little better just because it has more coverage for me. The other one didn't have as much coverage, so that's why I like this one. If you're looking for a more, like, you don't want as much coverage, I need a lot of coverage. I have a lot of darkness, a lot of shadows. You can still even kind of see them, but I tried to cover them as much as, you know, I could today. Do you want to try color correcting and see if that will help it a little? Because I bought the Charlotte Tilbury color corrector. It did not work for me, so I do want to try a different one and see if it works. A lot of people rave about some other ones. There's a Becca correcting cream, I think it's called. I want to try that. I am planning on trying that to see if it works, so I will let you guys know how that pans out with that one, and maybe I'll do a review on it as well. But back to the e.l.f. Camo Concealer that I was talking about. I get very sidetracked. So I'm just gonna read some of my notes that I wrote down. So it is very comparable to Shape Tape. It is a little bit more moisturizing, just a little tiny bit. It's full coverage. I think it's even better than the Tarte Shape Tape, and it's $6, like $6 for this concealer, and it's so good. Even the hydrating one, it's $6, and it's so good. So this one comes in 28 shades, and they have 8 new shades, which is awesome. You know, we want various different shades. We want everybody to be able to try it. It's definitely full coverage. It has a matte finish, so it's not going to leave your under eyes looking very moisturized. So like I said, you might want to put a moisturizer under this one as well, but it's not as drying as the Tarte Shape Tape. It's cruelty free. I know a lot of people are switching over to cruelty free makeup, so that's definitely a bonus point for this one. Also, what I like about this one is that you can buy multiple of these since they're so inexpensive, and you can use it for a contour shade, a highlight shade, if you want to spot conceal. You can buy a lot of these. They're inexpensive. You can buy 3 of them and it'll still be less than one Tarte Shape Tape, which is awesome. So these are amazing, but I know a lot of people rave about the hydrating one as well, so I'm just going to give that a shout out as well, because that one might be one that you want instead. And everybody says it is full coverage. I just didn't see that. I might try it again, but I didn't see it as much as this one when I used it. But I am going to be giving it another try to see if maybe for some reason I didn't use it right. Maybe I had to apply it differently. So I'm going to check that out as well. So yes, this is my number 2. And I will leave everything below with all the information about each concealer, the website you can get it off of, just so it's easier for you guys to go in there and purchase it if you need a good concealer. And for the last one, which was my all-time favorite, a lot of people love this concealer. This is like my ride or die concealer. I always repurchase it when I run out of one, always. It is the Born This Way. Mine has kind of worn off since I've had it for a long time. The Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And as you can see, that's it right there. I love this concealer. And it comes in a pretty decent sized tube. So some facts about this concealer is that it is $29. So it's a little bit more expensive than the Tarte Shape Tape, but I think it's well worth the money and it lasts you a while. I'd say, you know, lasts me a couple months, and then I'm purchasing another tube, maybe even more than a couple months. So that's pretty good. So you won't have to spend that $29 for a couple months. It'll last you. You buy another one. Some people use it, you know, buy multiples, and it's supposed to have different purposes to it. That's kind of the point of the concealer. It says right on the back of here, it says conceal, contour, highlight, and retouch. It has many purposes. So, let's see. Also, they claim that it has no flashback, which I agree on. I don't see any flashback in it. Who wants that white under eye? You know, I've had that before with other concealers that I've used in the past, where you take a picture and you have bright white eyes. Nobody likes that look, unless you do, you know, to each its own. But sometimes it can be too bright and look kind of weird when you're taking it, mostly when you're taking like really nice pictures, like say for your wedding or something like that, or I don't know, at a special event. You don't want your eyes to look so bright like they're coming out at you in the camera. So let's see what else. It has a diamond shaped doe foot. That's what it looks like. You can see the diamond shape too, which is nice because you can get in the corners with that. So that is nice. I like it a lot. Let's see. Oh, and it does have 35 shades. So that is awesome. You know, there's tons of shades in this to choose from. Also, another thing I have to say about this is that it is not cakey at all. Like, you can put a bunch on, and I mean, if you put too much on, it will get cakey, but usually what I'll do to get the coverage I want, I'll put one layer on. I have an e.l.f. brush that I use. I'll take my e.l.f. brush, blend it out, and then if I don't see enough coverage, I'll build on top of it. Instead of putting too much on and building it on, it looks cakey. So I'll slowly build it on. Maybe if I don't see enough, I'll just put a little more in the inner corner, just like a dot, and blend it in. So it's nice. It's very buildable, I would say, and it's moisturizing, which is nice. So especially since I put a powder on top of my concealer, you don't want it to look too cakey. It doesn't. It's awesome. So that is definitely my #1 concealer. Also, I wrote down some that I want to try. So some other ones that I want to try are the NARS Creamy Concealer. I've heard about that. That is very good coverage and it's moisturizing, which I want to try. My under eyes can get kind of dry, so I definitely want to try that. And the Boing Concealer, that's another one that I want to try. So if you guys have tried that, please let me know. And if you'd like to see another video, please subscribe to my channel. I would love it. I love talking about makeup. I love sitting down, talking to everybody. You know, I love being in this beauty community. So please subscribe, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.